Good morning, traders. John from Candlestick Trading. Just doing an update on the crypto market and Bitcoin. Just looking at Bitcoin here. As we can see, we're under all the moving averages, but we have found support. We've got two little dojis that are happening here, which is indecision, potential reversal, but more so indecision, really. All we've done at this stage is found support at the support level. So it's not like we're doing anything great, but it's definitely support. The support is there from previous. So there's been a lot of money that's transacted around this same area, and so anyway, that's why there's a bit of a debate happening as to what's going to be where the crypto market's going to be going from here. Anyway, not really too much to say about that. It is it's finding support, but it's in a negative position. It's under all the moving averages. Lots of red volume. Stochastics are oversold. So there's a few benefits, bonuses, but like stochastics being oversold, doji's reversal. But then again, and on support as well. So they're about the only three things that I can see, besides a Harami saying that the selling has stopped. So they're about the only three or four things that I can see. But if you're looking at going on the short side, there's probably about 8 different things that I can see that are benefiting the short side for the short sellers. But anyway, we'll just see which way it breaks. Going through the market, we can see that there's been quite a bit of, like a interest in the market. But let's have a look at this. I mean, it all looks good, but it's really not in a very good position. Like it's under the major moving averages, and usually all other cryptos follow Bitcoin. So depending on what Bitcoin does, but these other alts might go for a little bit of a run in the meantime. But in saying that, if we have a look here, it's headed from the top and then down, and it's had its second leg down, and now where would it likely try to reach before it came down again? And that would be the previous support becomes new resistance. So this being the case, I'm actually not expecting that this would have a heavy run up, and also we can see that there's declining volume on this try, on this attempt. Like this to me looks like resistance, not something that we're going to be breaking above the 50 and be taking off. That's just an opinion. At this stage, it has broken above the 50 on light volume. Yeah, it's just okay. It does, however, it does have the like the reversal that I was saying, a downtrend, a huge sell-off, first close above the 9, stochastics being oversold, second close above the 9, and then we go and then we're above the 50. So really, well, actually this one here, I wouldn't have entered on this one here because it was 40% sell-off. This one here, it's almost a full body candle and closed above the previous highs. This one would have been the entry here and stops, probably swing low or something like that. And then you could have even bought this engulfing, closing above the 50. I was even looking at that yesterday, but after seeing what Bitcoin looked like, I really wasn't all that interested in it. So however, we do have a we had a position here, but we actually got out of it. We made a little bit of profit there and it came back, but I just don't like holding anything for a long term while Bitcoin's in this vulnerable position, and because Bitcoin could do anything at this stage. So, and here we are, have a look at this. Like I got in here, it's gone up a lot of indecision, like straight away. Look at that, huge indecision as soon as we crossed this here, and then it started to come back down again. I'm not actually out of this one here. I've set my stops at my buy price, and it hasn't been hit yet. So we'll just wait and see what happens with that one there. This one here, off support. So here we are. We've found support. So a little bit of resistance there. Support, almost, and support here. But like I was, this was at one stage an engulfing candle of support, so it was looking all right. But now, no. It's under all the major moving averages, and it's just, another thing I also wanted to mention this is that, I wanted to point this out. If you're finding this in any way complicated, just back away and simplify it. And what I mean by that is just get yourself one targeted entry and backtest one targeted entry. And the entry that I would probably recommend to target will be this one here. And, here it's it looks like a doji, but like it's a rocket booster. So, and how we determine a rocket booster is usually what we're after is 2 times the body and one, so 33% the body, sorry, and 66% the tail. But it doesn't actually have to be like that. Like this one here, it's almost a 50-50, but that's definitely a rocket booster. So, and the reason why I call it a rocket booster is pretty much that's what it looks like. And so when this, if you just go through and backtest these over and over again, you'll find that when an uptrend starts, higher highs and higher lows, when these appear, you can buy the top and stops below the low or the swing low, and then just see how it goes and see what happens. The rocket booster going the other way on the negative side, don't buy it. The one going up, just back test it. Don't take my word for it. Go and check it out and test it. But anyway, here's one here that I marked out. Here's another one here that I marked out, and have a look at the result that happened after it, and look at the result that happened after that as well. So, and then moving up here, look at that. There's another one. It kind of went up. See, the higher you go, like around third base, you don't get anywhere near as good of results with that. So, but in any case, I just wanted to mention that here we got. So here we had a sell-off, massive decline, huge volume. First close engulfing, closing above the 9, and here we go. The 9's making high highs, high lows, and then or almost you can kind of see a bit of a wave there. And then we've got an engulfing that didn't close. We're both closed above. We just rested on the 9 there. And then here's breaking out above the 9, sorry, above the support line and previous high, and then we come back down there to test it. I think I'm still in this one actually. I'll have to go and check my account. I set my stops there somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where. This one here. So, this is pretty much the same again. So here's a rocket booster bouncing off there, another rocket booster there, another rocket booster there, and another rocket booster there. And here's a rocket booster turned upside down, another one turned upside down. Just if you want, rocket booster, rocket booster, rocket booster, and another one. So if you want, just go and backtest those things. You can see just by the ones here that I've found, you can get some pretty good results from this thing. So if you want to simplify your trading, just go through and backtest this, and then but then again, does it work on a downtrend? No. Does it work on an uptrend? Yes. So only trade it when it's bounced on. So now we can't really say that like in the shorter term time frame, like we're definitely not in a strong bull market uptrend sort of thing. It's you can kind of see that quite clearly. And this one here, Link, we actually got into Link and still holding that one at this stage. I was actually thinking that like with all this congestion here, I thought that we're going to be selling it very soon. I thought we were going to get a pop to the downside, but anyway, we didn't. Got a pop to the upside, which is good. I don't really, I don't really understand all this volume. Like why is it? Is this deemed for a massive takeoff? To me, it almost looks like the run's partially finished and it could decline from here. I don't know, but we'll wait and see. But if you have a look at the entry here, we've got a massive decline, huge sell-off at the bottom. And then we've got our first full body close above the 9. Stochastics coming out of oversold. Second close, number 7, buy number 7. Engulfing, closing above the 9, second time. 9 making higher highs, high lows, bang, away you go. And here we've got another one that, an engulfing closing above the 200, and engulfing closing above, the all the moving averages. I don't know what's going on with Link actually, but, it seems to be doing the right things. Mana. So having a look at Mana, so we've come across here. So I actually sold my bigger holdings of Mana at about $3.20 or something like that. Here we've got an engulfing closing above the 9, another engulfing closing above the 9. And, this is a rocket booster too. So, it looks good. There's definitely positive stuff there, but we're just resting on support. And I'd actually like to see what Bitcoin's going to do before we start thinking that things are going to go really well. At this stage, Bitcoin is the one that we need to watch, because if Bitcoin is going to do a little bit of stuff on the downside, then it just goes like these will follow. But having a look at these here, I always like to look at these here and see, like that's like a spinning top rocket booster looking thing there. Just kind of having a look there. There's a rocket booster right there. There's another one right there. But yeah, as this tops, rocket boosters, I wouldn't really be as interested in it. During the uptrend and a quick pullback to the 50 or something like that, like when you see a rocket booster, just, here's a rocket booster here. Would you have got stopped out? No. You would stop below the low, away you go. And another rocket booster there. Would you have got stopped out? Nope. Away you go. So, okay. All right, carry on. Oh, so by the way, that one sold was resting on the 200. I just wanted to point that out as well. I was kind of hoping for an engulfing, but if we get an engulfing now that's closing above the 9, it might be worth a look. But, at this stage, stochastics are oversold as well on that one. So, and have a look at this here. So this is the sort of thing that I'm almost expecting that we will see from a few of the others. It hasn't happened yet, so that's just an opinion, so it should be ignored. But we should just follow the charts. Like as soon as the candles tell us to do something, let's just do that. So decline, massive sell-off, decline, first close above, 9 EMA is, so we've got a low and we've got a tiny, like it's kind of sold off down there, but But this here, if this was to turn around and take off and make a high, we are still making higher highs and higher lows with a 9. So, you know, with this engulfing pattern here, I'd be expecting that, you know, we might come and close above here. But if you have a look, you know, it's just, it doesn't look good. We're below the moving averages. Even that support is not solid, you know, like whereabouts could you put that support, you know, and think that it was a good place to put it? Not too many places, really. It's just, it looks messy, and, you know, it's under the major moving averages. It doesn't really mean much to me what's happened there. This one here I do like. Still uptrending. We seem to like tape it off a little bit, but here we've got a massive engulfing that's closed above the 50. We do have increasing selling volume, but on one of these massive volumes, a lot of buyers came back into the market, and you can see what happened the next day. There was no more supply, way too much demand. That's what happened. Stochastics are oversold, and we've also got, I just started putting the relative strength index on my RSI on my screen. So, you know, just to see whether the money flow is coming back into the market, strength is coming into the market or not. We can see that's a little bit of an uptick there. So yeah, you know, we can kind of say that yes, things are happening in the market. And this one here, look at that. So it came all the way up to here, 166 bucks, all the way down to, you know, 68 bucks. But where did it land? The last red day before the advance. So anyway, that one there, that's what it came down to. So interesting, I thought. I just thought I'd point that one out. Oh, actually, just one thing before I do go. If we have a look here, it's bounced, 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 and then come back, and then it's found, and they've gone up. So previous support has become new resistance, and then look what happened. And now we're back down to this support. So it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, like we could even, you know, head up to the 50 or even head up to, you know, this line here. I don't know how far out this is going to go, but there's a lot of different things that we could do. So this one here, gone up, nice, nice, nice. And now resistance broke through, found support, engulfing off that, and finding support again. So if we get a second engulfing there, it might be all right. But if you have a look at this, we're going to engulfing that's closed above the 9, another engulfing that's closed above the 9. Then straight away, we're going to do a reversal shooting star. You know, it's pretty negative. And then we've got an engulfing closing above the 9 here. Yeah. This one here, I did like this one actually. But, you know, like I'm not keen on buying it. I'm not keen on buying anything at this stage because of this. So here is, you know, well, actually before this one it was up to here when I checked it last time. So it was looking a lot better than what it is now. So here, you know, we're back below the 50. Yeah, not really all that excited about it. I'm not, you know, I'm just not excited about the market in general. It just, you know, it's only okay. That's about it. You know, it's good that it's found support. You know, and here we can kind of see resistance, resistance, support, support. So, you know, there are a few of these older ones. Now, Dash, I actually wanted to point Dash out because now, if we go through and have a look at Dash, like it came down, you know, big sell-off, a declining market, and then a massive sell-off. First closed above the 9, and 9's making higher highs, higher lows. Look at this. Second closed above the 9 with a full candle. That's, you know, like a, you know, I don't know if you would have got that or not. For me, I wouldn't have got it because, you know, it just, I wouldn't, if I'm going to get a small candle, I want it to be a full body candle. I want it to be strong. You know, this here was an engulfing closing above the 9. I like it. This here, it just doesn't look like it's all that solid to me. You know, after these indecision, I would like a nice, fat, solid closing above their full body candle. That's what I'd like. But anyway, have a look at this one here. We've come down, indecision, like rocket booster looking thing, doji. And then here, this is a true rocket booster, which is, if you have a look at it, it's closed above the 9 EMA. So on massive volume. So, you know, I was quite interested in this one here. Right there, I was going to be buying the red to green on this one here. But anyway, I didn't end up doing it. I just, I don't know, like I just didn't like the look of the market. And so I decided against it. But anyway, like I do like that one. So this one here. And so this was red. Man, this has been a big change here. So here we closed below this massive, it's quite a long uptrending line. It goes back a fair way. I thought it went back further than that, but anyway, let's just take it for there. And so here we've got a decline, massive sell-off, first close above, stochastics being oversold in a few places. You know, I was waiting for another entry there, but then the 9 EMA is making lower highs and lower lows, so it's a negative straight away. And but what we actually had here was a close below, 3 indecisions up, and then we had a massive red. Like, so this red was like an engulfing to the south side. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, this would be a good short. You know, like it makes sense to go short here. But anyway, like I didn't end up doing it. And I just wanted to put that up there to show you. And but anyway, now it's kind of turned around and gone green. So Anyway, traders, I hope that this has helped. If you have any questions, let me know. And yep, I'm heading off to Brisbane, I think, this afternoon, so I'll be out for a day or two, 2 or 3 days actually. Anyway, talk to you again soon. Hope you enjoy. See ya.